There's been a lot of talk this last week about Black Ops 6 Zombies, especially Liberty Balls, and how it's created this civil war within the community. One side is dug in their heels saying it's not zombies anymore and they're not going to play it, while the other side is dug in saying this is how zombies is now, it's better for the casual players and those who actually touch grass. But I was watching some YouTube videos earlier and it kinda hit me all of a sudden. Black Ops 6 Zombies is desperate. More specifically, Treyarch is desperate, but not for the reason that you might think. So to tell this story properly, we need to go back to 2008. It's been a well-known fact for a long time that Zombies started out as a developer side project in the devs' off time from their real jobs. It slowly came together until eventually it was pitched to Activision, who up until then had no clue Zombies even existed. After a couple meetings, Activision thought that the mode was fun but wasn't optimistic about how it would perform in a military simulator franchise. An agreement was eventually struck to include Zombies as a mode that you unlock after completing the campaign. This is where everything began, and what I just told you is still shaping Black Ops 6 Zombies. I don't think Activision has ever really been sold on Zombies as a mode to put a lot of faith into it. This trend continues going forward with Zombies only really having a small team and it being the last mode to be developed. Most of the Zombies developers would work on the campaign, and then as that section wrapped up, Zombies would begin its own development. It also never really had the same size teams as the other large departments of campaign and multiplayer. And here's where we come to another big part of the story. It seems like whenever Zombies gains a lot of momentum where things are going really well, the community is happy, and the money is coming in, something always goes wrong. Black Ops 1 was a smash hit, but Black Ops 2 started out with Transit, a map that got bad reviews, followed by Die Rise, which people enjoyed even less and necessitated a lead change within Zombies. Things did pick back up after that, with Treyarch going on a generational run of Mob of the Dead, Buried, and then Origins to finish out the year. But then we hit another roadblock because most people forget about it now, but Shadows of Evil was in the same situation as Liberty Balls. Lots of hate online from people saying this alien shit is not Zombies. We pick things up again for Der Eisendrock, then hit another roadblock in Zetsubo no Shima, which is probably the most untalked about dead period in Zombies history. There was a really, it's so crazy, there was a couple of month period where just no one cared about Zombies at all in the middle of Black Ops 3. Things picked up again for Gorod Krovi and then crashed right back down again once the Revelations Easter egg was solved and the community was just really annoyed about the ending. Pretty much up until the end of Black Ops 3, Zombies was constantly going through this masculine urge to say we're back 20 minutes after we're saying it's over. Every couple of months, the community and the developers would ride this roller coaster of ups and downs, but more importantly was that those down periods never really lasted too long. Then we made that roller coaster much bigger with the insane highs of Zombies Chronicles, and I will argue that this is the moment where Activision's faith in the Zombies mode peaked forever. This period of community history has been talked about to death though, so I'm not going to dwell on it, but from here on out, the hype only increased all the way through Black Ops 4's pre-release marketing. This was probably the biggest that the community had ever been, at least in the online scene and the hardcore scene. Everybody was excited on YouTube, there was so much insane amounts of hype, and then Black Ops 4 released and all faith in Zombies by Activision was wiped out in an instant. I say that not because of the crashes or the maps not being good quality. I actually like Black Ops 4 a lot. I say that because as the years went on, the budget for Zombies became bigger and bigger. For Black Ops 4 with Jason Blundell, the Zombies team leader in charge of all of Treyarch now, that went to record levels. The maps were just so beautiful, they were really expansive, there was a lot of content that was planned for Black Ops 4 Zombies. So this was a big investment by Activision and by Treyarch, both of them metaphorically putting all their chips in on Zombies to see what happens. And then we all know that Black Ops 4 did not make a lot of money. In fact, it made so little money that almost immediately the Zombies budget for the rest of the year was slashed. We don't know by how much, but it was definitely slashed a lot. Dead of the Night as DLC 1 only escaped this fate because it was supposed to be a launch map, so it was mostly done already. Jason Blundell was either fired or quit his position, and then supposedly the second planned year of BO4 Zombies content was shelved. Then for the rest of the year, the content that we got for the last 3 maps was arguably not as good as it could have been or should have been going off the launch of the game. This was a huge moment for Zombies because it was our first failure on a massive scale, and then the next year things were only made worse when Modern Warfare 2019 had some of the best sales numbers in Call of Duty history combined with Warzone basically taking over the gaming world. Zombies as a mode was no longer in this power position where they could bargain for bigger budgets or more developers or more development time from Activision, because our biggest failure was then followed by other studios' biggest successes. To make things somehow even worse than they already were, Treyarch just finished finish the Ether storyline, meaning they couldn't even use their most famous characters to create a new story and hopefully get things back on track quickly. The Zombies team going forward now has to find reasons to even exist in the eyes of Activision. They've gone from the top of the priority list, where Black Ops 4 arguably had it as the most important part of the entire game, to now being fourth behind campaign, multiplayer, and Warzone. And I think that's where a lot of the biggest changes in Zombies since then have come from. It's been compromises to keep Zombies relevant and to minimize risk from Activision while keeping the mode alive. Some of that could be directly coming from Activision as well. Zombies now needs to be part of the Call of Duty extended universe rather than doing its own separate world like it has in the past. Zombies needs to have operators because Warzone players want to use their bundles. Zombies needs to be easier so the casuals play, and that justifies the development costs. That's what a lot of this comes down to, is Zombies is justifying its existence. It justifies how much it costs to create and is going to be more valuable to the game than not. The Treyarch Zombies team for the last few years feels like they've been desperate to make Zombies the best mode that they can while also keeping the lights on. That could be the reason why Activision also rolls out the Treyarch Zombies branding whenever they can, because it does still have some sort of selling power. Personally, I think that's what happened with Vanguard and Modern Warfare Zombies. Activision needed another mode to complete the game because the other developers just didn't get one done, so they got Sledgehammer or whoever to whip up something small. Treyarch touched it up as best as they could, slapped the Treyarch name on it, and then sold it like Treyarch did the entire thing. And then it puts us in this position where Treyarch is now stuck in between a rock and a hard place. It's stuck between Activision, who's trying to get as much money as they possibly can from Zombies, and they're trying to not have another Black Ops 4. I think that's really just what it comes down to, is they don't want to put all this money into Zombies again like they do with Black Ops 4, and then it completely crashes and burns. Then on the other side of Treyarch, you have the hardcore Zombies community who wants more Black Ops 3, wants more Black Ops 4, and they are desperate and rabid for that at this point. They've seen this Modern Warfare style of Zombies, they've seen the new stuff, and they just maybe aren't vibing with it as much as they did the older stuff. Plus, if you want to include it as well, you have custom zombies bearing down on them. Because Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies has been so successful, especially over the last couple of years with keeping the hardcore Zombies community going, they just want more of all of that, and Treyarch can't really give that to them right now. This seems like it shows in the final product as well, especially with Black Ops 4, where we've got Terminus, which is a big expansive map, we have a crew again, and we have a lot of the things that people really enjoyed about old school Zombies, while also having the new stuff of the armor system, the easy rounds, the weird HUD. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So it's this weird mishmash, and it kind of feels like it doesn't really know what it wants to be. Black Ops 6 can be genuinely fucking amazing, but there is going to still be some people who just don't like it because it isn't like the old games, and then there's going to be some people who are just overhyping the shit out of it because they're coping. It's almost like Zombies has an identity crisis right now, and it's not because Treyarch is lost, it's because they genuinely can't fucking do it. They are stuck in between this place where they want to do cool stuff. You can tell it in the story. Look at that fucking trailer for Liberty Falls. It was so good. It feels to me like Treyarch is trying to cook, but they're only given the lowest burner and put on the lowest possible setting, so you can't actually cook anything, or if you do, it takes way too long, and you only have 10 minutes to get it done, but it would take 30 minutes to actually make it. Then there's the other side of things as well, that if Zombies did disappear for a number of years so that Treyarch could actually make a really good experience, then honestly, it risks just becoming totally irrelevant. If Zombies took off 5 years and they came back with a Black Ops 3 style mode, it risks people just not actually caring about Zombies anymore and Activision developing something new like Warzone or DMZ that would have taken its place. So it's honestly a situation that I do not envy Treyarch whatsoever. They are desperately trying to make the Zombies community as happy as they possibly can with the resources that they're given and the time that they are given, but Activision is not giving them enough of that because Zombies had failed so hard before. The gaming landscape in general has also changed a lot from Zombies' supposed peak from 2008 to 2015. Gamers no longer just want to be given an experience and given a couple of maps that they pay for, and then that's it. The average gamer expects new content to be churned out constantly. And with Zombies being a game mode within a larger game that releases every single year, and also being a game mode that is at its best when it's given a lot of time to cook, it feels like it's just having everything pushing down on it and they're trying as hard as they possibly can to push back. But as always, this channel is a discussion. I know that it comes off as me trying to make a lot of excuses for Liberty Falls and Black Ops 6, but I'm just trying to give you guys probably maybe some of the rationale behind some of the decisions that are going on with zombies. I could also be totally wrong about this whole thing. Tell me in the comments. While you're down there, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. We're trying to pass Call of Duty Japan's YouTube channel, so subscribe and help me do that. There's also some videos coming up on the screen right now, and you'll probably like them if you like this one. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.